Get ready for a heartwarming adventure. In today's video, we're sharing incredible stories of humans helping animals in need and receiving the sweetest thank you in return. From daring rescues to simple acts of kindness, these animals found adorable ways to show their gratitude. Hi everyone, Shai here. I hope all of you are doing good. Welcome to another new video. If you've ever wondered how a wild creature can say thank you, this is the video for you. Sit back and prepare to be amazed by some of the most touching moments between humans and their animal friends. So, here are some real-life stories of when humans helped animals and got thanked in the cutest way. Number 1. Birdman of Chennai. This man rescued 4 birds, then 6,000 birds showed up on his roof to repay him in this way. This is Joseph Sar. He's a camera mechanic by profession, and in his free time, he's developed a heartwarming hobby. In his hometown of Chennai, he is known as the Birdman. Maybe the fact that he feeds thousands of parakeets every day has something to do with that nickname. You know, maybe. The 63-year-old has been spending almost half his income to feed rice to his feathered friends for decades. Joseph diligently puts out 66 pounds of rice on his terrace twice a day to feed up to 8,000 birds, and every day, the birds come to get a belly full of rice and some cuddles too. This love story between Joseph and the parakeets started during the tsunami and subsequent floods of 2004. Those were very difficult times, and not even the birds were spared. One morning, he noticed 4 ring-necked parakeets, a once near-extinct species, on his terrace. They looked cold, hungry, and exhausted, but mainly, he noticed they needed help. He fed them rice and gave them water, and just like that, the tradition started. After that day, Joseph took it upon himself to ensure that the species would have enough food to survive and a haven where they could feel safe and loved. Now, the ring-necked parakeets fill the sky with colors every day, and it's all thanks to the kind gesture of one man. Number 2. Crow brings money for a woman after she feeds him. A TikToker from Virginia managed to befriend a family of crows in her neighborhood and started documenting the encounters. At first, the birds would just come and eat whatever she'd put out for them, mainly peanuts, but then something magical started happening. The crows would leave little gifts for her. They've left all sorts of little trinkets they find in the woods and even a euro cent. She started collecting the gifts in a jar in her kitchen. Isn't it sweet how the crows have no obligations to give anything in return for the food, but they insist on doing so? Crows are so intelligent they can recognize what humans like and are able to retain that information. Then they actively look for, find, and bring back those things to show appreciation. A relationship between her and the crow family emerged. They started following her to the bus stop and calling when they're hungry. She now has names for every member of the family. She learned that when a pair of crows have a new baby, the older children come back to help raise them. It's an extended family unit, and they all have very different personalities. They even prank and startle each other. Crows are beautiful and extremely intelligent birds who often get a bad rep, which is why this woman is so pumped to see all her TikTok followers being so interested in these creatures. Oh, and make sure to subscribe and like the video, or a murder of crows will follow you everywhere, but these won't be the cute gift-giving kind. Number 3. Dog lovingly stares at vet giving it injection. All dog owners know how challenging it is to take their pets to the vet. It seems that dogs have an innate sense of when they are due for a checkup, and they dread it to an extent that they will go to great lengths to avoid the visit. But of course, going to the veterinarian is very important if you want your pooch to stay healthy and happy. Just like for humans, it's important to go to the doctor. Most puppies are too young to make that connection yet, again, just like small children. But this older pooch seems to understand perfectly well that the vet is only there to help, not to cause any harm whatsoever. And now, she is internet famous for her adorable and surprisingly calm behavior in the vet's office. Her name is Kaka, and the wonderful vet that's making sure she's healthy is Licia Piccoli from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Not only does Kaka sit still during the whole appointment, but she continuously stares lovingly at Piccoli. In a cute twist of events, it turns out that Kaka is actually Piccoli's dog. That explains things. This is simply a mother giving a vaccine to her furry daughter. Before moving on to the next point, I'd like to take a moment to introduce you all to my merchandise. You can support my content by getting your favorite products from my store or by simply joining my channel. Your support means a lot to me. Now, let's get back to the video. Number 4. Baby elephant. This adorable baby elephant was caught in a ditch in Kerala, India. The poor thing couldn't get back up, and its family couldn't help much either. Thankfully, a group of local kind people decided to spring into action and rescue the little calf. They even brought in an excavator and found the best operator for the heavy machinery. He then very carefully and delicately managed to throw dirt in the ditch so the baby elephant would have a proper foothold to climb out of there by itself. This was no easy operation, as the calf wouldn't stop moving. One wrong gesture, and the excavator could harm the baby. But all's well that ends well. The adorable calf managed to climb out of the ditch by itself and ran towards its family, who were patiently waiting in the river. The mother, after checking that her baby wasn't injured and getting a good sniff, raised her trunk. That grateful mama elephant twice raised her trunk to make certain that the humans understood she was saying thank you, marvelous beings. After she did that, all the people that were there to help started applauding and howling, all very happy that the elephant family is back together and that the calf is safe now, all thanks to their hard work and dedication. Number 5. Kangaroo is hauled out of a freezing lake. Two kind-hearted men rescued a kangaroo from the freezing waters of Lake Burley Griffin in Canberra, Australia. It was 28 that day, and the poor marsupial looked exhausted, scared, and probably freezing to death. Thankfully, these two good Samaritans happened to jog past and noticed the animal suffering. Without hesitation, they took off their running shoes and jumped into the freezing waters to save the creature, who seemed very nervous at the beginning. Who can blame it? The two men approached it from each side. Slowly, they were getting closer and closer, and the kangaroo had no idea what their intentions were. But it seemed that it was too tired and cold to fight back, so it let itself be handled and carried something that wild kangaroos would never accept. The kangaroo was crouching low and was startled when the first man reached out to touch him, but after that, he was very docile. Once back on firm land, it took a second or two to gather itself. Then, when one of its rescuers held out his hands to make sure the kangaroo didn't fall over, the animal seemed to shake it to say thank you. What a heartwarming moment. Number 6. Couple rescues wild sparrow. Now she refuses to leave. Chibi is an adorable little sparrow that had a tough start in life. She was found as a newborn on the ground next to her dead sibling, with no parents to be found. She was taken in by a very kind couple that decided to nurse her back to health. Chibi quickly became a full-time project for the pair. It was love at first sight. They kept her warm and even built a bird habitat in their living room. Chibi rapidly put on some weight, and her adult feathers started to come out. Learning how to fly was a little bit difficult, but she did get the hang of it in the end. Even though her human parents were very happy to see her fly, it also made them quite sad because they knew that it was time for Chibi to be released back into the wild. Because there are a lot of cats in their neighborhood, they decided to release her in a friend's garden. They even made a little house for her on a tree so she would have somewhere cozy to sleep at night. Except, Chibi refused to leave them. They tried again and again to release her in the garden, but she would fly right back onto their shoulders. That's when the couple decided to settle for a compromise. Seeing that they could take Chibi outside and still keep her safe, they decided to keep her but arranged their lifestyle so she would be outside as much as possible with them. Chibi now is the happiest of all sparrows. Number 7. Elephant gives thanks after crossing the road. We've always heard that elephants are one of the smartest animals on Earth, but did you know that they're also quite polite? Check out this large herd crossing the road. There are so many elephants, calves of all ages too, which means elephants may get aggressive if they feel their younglings are threatened. But people who live alongside elephants know to keep their distance and let them do their thing. That's why all the cars in this video stopped and patiently waited until all the elephants had crossed the road. But then something beautiful happened. After making it safely to the other side, the last of the adult elephants gives a wave to say thank you. It raises its trunk as if it were saying, "Appreciate it, guys, thanks." And then it happily goes on its way. A very proper elephant indeed. So, that was all for today. I hope you have watched the video up to this timestamp. Make sure to press the like button if it amazed you. Press the subscribe button if you still haven't subscribed to the channel, as it's totally free. You can follow me on all social media platforms. All links are given in the description. You can also watch other cool stuff. The playlist link is also mentioned in the description. I will catch you up soon in the next video. Till then, peace out.